Today is Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. So we passed the 2 days after the September 11th, 2023. There was a 22 years ago, there was a big bombing in New York, and many people forgot about it. But Joe Biden celebrated the anniversary or kept the anniversary 2 days ago in Alaska, so it was a big event. I believe as an engineer and salesman, I believe that buildings were properly structured, properly designed and built, and quite a strong body, but due to the heavy bombardments, heavy collision from the airplanes, those buildings collapsed to the ground. So there was no problem with engineering. It's just the bombings crippled the H-beams or any other supporting beams, buttresses in those World Tower Trade Centers. So engineering is quite an important subject when it comes to designing and building and rolling out services and products. So naturally, we get interested in the licensure in America, how they issue the license to engineers. So let's find out how the licenses are dished out, how they are certified, and all those licensure processes in America. Here we go. This article is from nspe.org, and I am trying to read this article to practice English by reading it aloud. I try to read English article each day, whose length can be 20 to 30 minutes per day. Here we go. National Society of Professional Engineers. Obviously, they have a society. They have a club. They have the organization of their own. Licensure. PE licensure is the engineering profession's highest standard of competence, a symbol of achievement and assurance of quality. NSPE provides its members, whether already licensed or soon to be licensed, with the information and resources they need to earn and maintain the respected PE seal. NSPE does not license PEs. Licensing authority and requirements for PEs falls under the jurisdiction of the licensing board for the state, district, or country in which an engineer practices. So it differs from state to state, from the city to city, from district to district. The jurisdiction, authority, and requirements for PEs falls under the jurisdiction of the licensing board. So they have a licensing board. Falls under, that's good expression, falls under the jurisdiction of the licensing board. Licensing authority. The national organization that represents the state boards is the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying, NCEES, national organization, right? That represents the state boards is the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying. Becoming licensed in the U.S. The first step to being licensed in the U.S. is credential evaluation and then determining which state you wish to be licensed in, because U.S. licensure is done on a state-by-state basis, on a daily basis, on a state-by-state basis, licensure, right? You have to select the state that you want to be licensed in. What is PE? A century ago, anyone could work as an engineer without proof of competency or competence in order to protect their public health, safety, and welfare. The first engineering licensure law was enacted in 1907 in Wyoming. Wow, the back-end country, they licensed the... interesting. Why get licensed? Just as the CPA defines the account, the law license defines the lawyer, and the PE license tells the public that an engineer has mastered the critical elements of the profession. How to get licensed? Becoming licensed as a professional engineer is a well-earned honor, as well as a sign of competence to employers and clients. Maintaining a license. Upon completion of the PE exam, engineers must meet requirements defined by the state to maintain the license. Maintain the license. Yeah, usually we would use hold the license, but hold the license means a bit different. But maintain license means like you constantly work hard to be more knowledgeable about your profession. Maintain the license, that's good expression. NSPE protects your license. Since 1934, NSPE has served as an advocate for licensed professional engineers across the nation and assists them in upholding the duty of protecting the public. Protecting the public. Upholding the duty of protecting the public. Upholding the duty of protecting the public. Licensing boards to find out about licensure requirements and dates and locations of licensure exams. Contact your state, territory, licensure board, the licensing authority. Resources. Whether you are pursuing a PE license or you are an established PE, NSPE offers a wealth of resources useful throughout the licensure process and beyond. FAQ. What are the requirements for licensure as a professional engineer? Who accredits the engineering program? Who prepares the licensure examination? So this was a basic guideline about PE professional engineers. So they have several societies like National Society of Professional Engineers, NSPE, and also the National Board of Examiners for Professional Engineering, National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying, National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying, NCEES. So basically the requirements and the maintaining requirements of the professional engineer's licensure falls under the jurisdiction of each state's licensing authority or licensing board. And once you meet the requirements and pass the exam, requirements, you go for testing, exam. When you go for exam, you need to designate which state you want to be licensed in. So it goes by on a state-by-state basis. So you need to find out which state is good for you or which state you want to live in forever, man. So it's a life or death issue here. I studied mechanical engineering, but I have been working in the telecom industry for 30 years now. So I went to school for electronics, electrical engineering, communications, and what else? Cisco and Alcatel. So I'm quite versatile on telecommunications engineering, electronics engineering, and mechanical engineering. If I have to go for the licensure, I would say I would go for 3 of them. What else I missed? Let me see what words, expressions I learned from this article. Maintain the license, upholding the duty of protecting the public, upholding the duty of the protecting the public, upholding the duty of protecting the public, upholding, maintain, licensure, licensed professional engineers, National Society of Professional Engineers. They are not the authority for issuing licenses. They have different authorities, right? Each state, district, province has different licensure authority. So if you go to Guam or Puerto Rico, you need to get licensed there one more time. So all the license started in Wyoming. This was quite a basic. Let's see if I missed anything here. Licensed in, before I go, just CPA defines the account, how to get, maintain a license, protects license, as imposed, resources, FAQ. So I will stop here and read another article for you.